The girl discovered something strange. The intelligence network of the Demon King's army wasn't as powerful as the rumors suggested. To combat the monopoly of the local guild's control over grain, the solution he came up with was simply to smoke dragon meat and distribute it to the people. Though this method wasn't the best, Jenny, threatened by Guild Master John's power, still sneaked into the intelligence officer Jack's room to steal the details of the plan. But just as Jenny was about to leave, she was stopped by one of the four kings, the Wind King Annie. Annie questioned whether she could justify betraying Jack's trust, but Jenny had no interest in listening to Annie's lecture, since the suffering she endured was tied to Annie's family. Without hesitation, Jenny dropped a smoke bomb and fled. After Jenny reported back, John felt that Jack's plan wasn't all that good. However, since dragon meat could at least help fill the people's stomachs, he considered the drop in price for the grain he had hoarded and prepared to cause some disruption the next day. Meanwhile, Annie was persuading Jack to change the plan, since the enemy had already discovered their intentions. What Annie didn't expect was that Jack had already known Jenny was a spy. When they first met, he had noticed the bruise on her neck. Then when she bought new clothes, she chose ones that would cover her skin. But this wasn't typical for a demon, so it suggested that her entire body was bruised and she was trying to hide it. If Jenny really wanted his help, why wouldn't she mention it? The most crucial point was her eyes. They reflected a hopelessness, a will to survive no matter the cost. He had seen that look in his former colleague's eyes in his past life, so Jack had already figured out her plan. He was about to launch a counterattack tomorrow. The next day arrived quickly. At the same time, John received a report from his subordinates in the guild, saying that the Demon King's army wasn't distributing dragon meat, but rather the same kind of grain they had. As John prepared to investigate, he encountered Annie was coming toward him with a bow and arrow.